there, history lovers. It's your girl Lumy, and oh my goodness, do I have a treat for you today. We're talking about Lake Louise in Canada, and I'm literally bouncing in my chair because this place is so cool. So picture this. You're standing at 5,200 feet above sea level. That's like really, really high up. Lake Louise is literally Canada's highest community, which means these people are basically living in the clouds. I mean, talk about having your head in the clouds, am I right? But here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Before Europeans showed up, the Indigenous Nakota people called this place Ho-Run-Num-Nay, which means Lake of the Little Fishes. Like, how adorable is that? These people were out here hunting bison, elk, and moose while I can barely catch my cat when she's being naughty. Now get ready for this name confusion saga that's honestly more dramatic than my dating life. In 1882, this railway worker named Tom Wilson gets taken to the lake by a Nakota guide, and he's like, "Oh wow, this is so pretty, I'm gonna call it Emerald Lake." But wait, there's more. The settlement then became Holt City, which sounds like some fancy shopping mall, doesn't it? Then they changed it again to Laggan. I can't even pronounce that properly. Finally, they settled on Lake Louise, named after Princess Louise, Duchess of Argyll. Girl went through more name changes than I go through crushes. Speaking of the railway, can we talk about how this whole place basically exists because of trains? The Canadian Pacific Railway was building through Bow Valley in the 1870s. And boom, Lake Louise became this railway outpost in 1884. They even built a station in 1910 that's still around today as a restaurant. Like, imagine eating dinner where people used to wait for trains over a century ago. That's some serious historical dining right there. But y'all, the weather here is absolutely insane. We're talking subarctic climate with temperatures that can drop to minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit in winter. That's so cold, I can't even... that's colder than my ex's heart. And get this, they only get 14 frost-free days per year. 14! I complain when it's chilly for a week. The population is wild too. It's gone up and down like a roller coaster. In 1956, only 56 people lived there. Then by 1986, it jumped to 688. That's like going from a small classroom to a whole school. Most residents are tourism workers who come and go, which honestly sounds like the ultimate seasonal job. Work in paradise, then escape before the brutal winter hits. What really gets me is how this tiny hamlet became this massive international destination. It was added to Rocky Mountains Park in 1892, and now it's right by the Trans-Canada Highway, making it super accessible. It's like they accidentally created the perfect tourist trap just by building a railway station. The climate data is absolutely bonkers. They get almost 280 centimeters of snow annually. That's like 9 feet of snow. Meanwhile, I'm over here complaining about a 2-inch snowfall, and snow can happen any month of the year. Imagine planning a July barbecue and getting snowed on. What I love most about Lake Louise's story is how it represents this incredible meeting of cultures and progress. You've got Indigenous peoples who lived there for thousands of years, calling it the Lake of Little Fishes, then European settlers rolling in with their railway dreams, constantly renaming everything like they couldn't make up their minds. And honestly, sitting at 1,600 meters elevation in the middle of the Canadian Rockies, Lake Louise is living its best life as Canada's highest community. These people are literally on top of the world, dealing with weather that would make polar bears shiver, but they're surrounded by some of the most gorgeous scenery on Earth. So next time you're complaining about your commute or your weather, just remember the folks in Lake Louise, living their sky-high dreams with 14 frost-free days and enough snow to build an army of snowmen. That's all for today's historical adventure. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that curiosity alive.